Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to have something unusual. By saying unusual, I mean we have done this before, but not quite the same. Listen, today we are going to talk about the top 3 most popular tier 10 medium tanks. We will check out how many games people have played with those vehicles, and if it is not enough, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to dig deeper and we will take the best replay damage wise out of each tank. Follow me and hear me out. So the most popular tanks in medium tanks, according to the 60 days sheet, right? We have Leopard 1, we have Progetto 65, and we have TVP. All of them have over 2 million battles respectively, right? And if we would go to the 30 days, we have the same situation. We have Leopard, TVP, and Progetto. As you can see, all of them have 1 million games. If we would go for last 2 weeks, it's the same situation. Leo, TVP, Progetto. They are quite ahead looking of how much people are playing with those tanks, right? So let's dig deeper and let's try to figure out why those tanks are so popular and why World of Tanks community loves those tanks, right? It sounds like a good idea, and obviously after each tank talk, we are going to go straight into the game and we will check it out how the things are looking like, how the top players of 2 months or so crafted such a great game, and what is so good about those tanks, why community loves them so much. Quite an interesting idea, don't you think so? If you enjoy this concept, feel free to leave one of those so I will know you like it or not. And let's go straight into the action. So the very first tank in the list, we have Mr. Leopard 1. This tank is pretty much perfect sniper schnitzel. It has mobility and it has extremely good gun, right? And I think that's all you need of this tank to love it and to enjoy it overall, right? Obviously, where the gun goes, shell velocity insanely quick. If you are making a decision to spam the gold without any drawbacks, APCRs versus APCRs, you have a solid 1613 shell velocity, which is insane. And in the same time, 105 millimeters of the penetration. In my opinion, this is a perfect glass cannon tank. If you know how to play with a tank without armor, you will love this tank with all your heart, and it is going to be absolutely amazing. Let's see how the top gameplay was looking like across last couple of months, shall we? Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Leo 1 in action. And you know what? When I was looking for a replays, I found the Bishops sitting in the background. And you know what is the funny thing, fellas? Bishops is a baboon. Bishops is part of our community. I can recognize this name, and in fact, he messaged me today saying a high scale and whatever else message, right? So Bishops, greetings to you. What a lucky and what a nice coincidence. Now, quickly say this. Bishops is extremely good player. He's definitely fluffy super unicum. As you can see from his setup overall, he has full gold loaded, right? He is not here to mess around. He's here to go and do some heavy lifting, right? He's going to be successful in this game, and he's going to demonstrate how Leo can perform and what this tank is capable of doing. So keep this in mind. You are watching top of the top player performance in a way, right? So please keep this in mind. Meanwhile, he noticed there is a mouse who is making quite a mistake. He's just going in front and he is saying, Bishops, do you want to spank me? And Bishops is saying, F yes. Beautiful shot to the Leopard, and also Bishops. I am thinking, I have a feeling I have met Bishops in real life as well. I have a feeling. I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I have met him in real life. So beautiful to meet you again, but this time in the game. Anyways, Leopard up front, a HTC up front. This is looking like interesting game. Oh, okay. Let's see how he's going to deal with this situation, and will he make a bit of pressure for this char footer, or he will ignore it? This is the question. Chairfooter is in the back, and Chairfooter is playing quite well here. This position is very, very annoying to deal with, but you know what? Bishox doesn't give a flying F about this. Chairfooter is saying, F this shit, I'm out. I do not want to play with you. You are a cheater, you are a hacker, and I'm a submarine. I'm a submarine. Yeah, definitely unfortunate fate. Meanwhile, TNH is making a hardcore pressure, and currently TNH is on the reload. So all Bishox needs to do is to smile and to aim properly his shots, and he's going to be okay. Meanwhile, T30 missed the shot from the back, which makes sense. You know, T30 doesn't have the best gun handling ever, and TNH is eliminated. So far, 3,600 damage dealt. Very, very good performance so far, and everything is looking fine. And there is plenty of the heavy tanks to farm. Quick information for you, this game is going to be relatively quick for the standards whenever people are having extremely good game. Look at this, instantly intuition to the high explosives. Now Bishox is thinking, holy moly. Also, I believe he is not very happy about this, because that shot could have been 500 damage, right? But that is okay. And to be fair with you, in this kind of situation, his team is winning the game, right? So he needs to figure out how the flying F, he needs to get more aggressive in order to get more use from all of this, right? Because this is a pressure not to win the game in the same time, but to make pressure and to farm as many enemies as it is possible, right? This is important thing to say. Luckily, he found the tourist Jack Tiger. Also, one more thing to say. I believe you noticed him destroying the building up front, and what that basically means, he loaded high explosive, he fired in the middle of the building, so he destroyed both of the parts, so Jack Tiger won't have anywhere to escape. Meanwhile, obviously smart decision to kill Arta, because Jack Tiger is in the middle of the field and he just simply cannot escape. He just cannot do absolutely anything. Literally anything. Meanwhile, decision has been made already, and he's going for a triangle instead of sitting in the middle. And once again, his team is winning the game quite a bit, and the time is definitely in the essence here, right? Meanwhile, E4 just fired, so he knows he can pick however he wants to, and here we go. Beautiful tracking shot. If he is going to track him once again, he is going to farm him like there is no tomorrow. By the looks of it, E4 doesn't have the repair, so yeah, that is a free 2000 damage by turret, my man, or I supposed to say fully rotatable turret. As you can see, this E4 is not looking impressed. He's looking into the wall, and he's thinking about his life choices, what he has done in this game. And I like one more thing. Instead of sitting in one spot, he was moving because of the Arta, and in the same time, he was relocating already when he became down to one-shottable, right? I can see this player is a good player, fellas. I can definitely see that, and pay attention how he is paying attention into the minimap overall, right? He is looking around all the time. Will he be surprised from behind? Will he be surprised from the side, and so on? It is definitely a sign from very, very good player. And now Bishox's ass started burning. Bishox is considering how he needs to make pressure in order to get full hit points. Mouse. I can read his mind, fellas. I can read his mind. Whenever he saw the mouse, he's just going for it. The game is over, and he wants to get that magical 10,000 damage, which is fair enough, right? And I believe Bishox is currently happy. He's enjoying himself. He's saying mouse. Maybe his heart is pounding a bit faster, just because you know, it's not happening that often that anyone is having 10,000 damage. Even if you are looking into the top streamers, right, it's not every day that 10,000 damage will happen, right? Obviously depending on the tank and so on. 10,400 damage dealt. He is thinking where you are going. No, why you escaped? I could shoot you once again. Probably that was the thinking in this situation. And now I assume he is not going to be able to reach the T95 in time. And indeed, T95 is melting. Or maybe he is going to get the shot. He's saying one more. Nah. he yoinked the T95 out of nowhere. And he's happy in the chat celebrating 10,000 damage. Pog, let's go! 10,800 damage. Congratulations, we are happy for your success. And in fact, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how the score is looking like, shall we? So all in all, looking into all of this, Bishox played very, very well. He has 10,800 damage, 6 kills, 500 damage. Obviously full gold spam, but that is understandable if you are sitting very well in the game, at least in my opinion. I'm not the guy who is crying about the gold, although I do not spam it myself. Looking into all of this, solid 10,800 damage on the scoreboard, 1.5 base experience, and he lost 15,000 credits for playing the game well. Congratulations, Bishox, and let's see what we can say about Progetto. Okay, fellas, so for a second tank, we have Progetto, although I can see in the list that TVP will overtake Progetto eventually, but currently it is still second most played tank. And I have a theory of this vehicle. First of all, Wargaming nerfed Progetto, and Progetto is not that great tank as it used to be before. But I think people are playing with this vehicle because of the nostalgia, because this tank used to be extremely amazing, and now, even though nowadays it is a kind of stinky pooper, or it's not as good as it was before, people still play with it, right? It is just their precious tank, and I understand that, fellas. I like Pilot T25, and Pilot T25 is not a great tank nowadays, and I would love to go for a spin with that tank once in a while. You get the point what I'm saying. So now, ignoring all those bad features, what this tank has to offer, auto reloader. It is making you kind of flexible, although if you are comparing this tank tier to tier with, let's say, premium Progetto, it is like a day and night, and it is just not as great. Now, speaking about the DPM of this vehicle is kind of low. Gun accuracy is not so great, unfortunately, because if I remember this correctly, bloom whenever you are turning is humongous, and it's just not that great. And where the platform goes, you are not bouncing anything anymore because Wargaming nerfed this tank quite a bit, right? In other words, it is average tank, but people still love it for the reason, right? But I think it will drop down when people will find something better than this. For example, TVP. Fellas, second in action, Progetto. Let's see what the son of the banana will do with this tank. Thomas, GG, we can say that already. We know the game is going to be nice. Let's see how you are going to perform. So all in all, tier 9 matchmaking, double art, and right, quite some triangles in the back, sniping as well. Map Glacier. This game is going to be significantly longer, fellas. Spoiler alert. And it's going to be bloody awesome as well. I can promise you that. Skill, have you seen the game? No, I haven't, but I know the score and I know the description, right? And by fellas, for myself, right, I like to react, make a live reaction commentary for you. It is significantly more interesting for me, and in the same way, this is a true, genuine reaction. If I would look into this, right, and I would say ha 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 ha, even though I know what will happen, you know, it's not that great, at least in my opinion, and it is not the finest one. Just to say that out loud, you know, it's just how am I looking into all of the things. Meanwhile, STB is making pressure in front, and he is not alone. He has a friend as well. First shot bounced, unfortunate, but not much what you can do about this. And Budget as well. This is looking like a very hard fight to take, fellas. And looking into the player, he's paying attention. Will enemies have a chance to shoot him from behind? Do you see how he's looking through the bushes? He's thinking, can he cross? And now he's just crossing. Or is he? No, he is not crossing. He's staying around this area. Okay, I see. A bit of the dick move to block the friendly ally here, to be fair with you. But I can see he's playing for Mark of Excellence, although it's not changing absolutely anything. I don't really think he has done this on purpose. I think that was just a bit of the greediness, if I can say so, right? At least looking into all of this. Anyways, we can clearly see that Glacier side has fallen, the hills have fallen, and enemies have the south side quite easily. And now he's thinking, what the flying F I supposed to do in this situation? Do I want to stay in the back? I don't want to stay in the back. What do I want to do? I think this is what is happening in this situation, fellas. At least that's what I want to believe. He's searching for the angles to shoot enemies, stopping a bit in the middle just because there is E50 and Foch defenders, right? And taking one or another casual shot. Pay attention at the bloom of this tank. It is insanity what they have done for Progetto and how Progetto used to look like before. It used to be significantly better in my humble opinion. Very nice double shot through the gap. That was a beautiful one. A bit lucky, but beautiful one nevertheless. 2000 on the paper done already. That is good. And now apparently he's going to play in the very typical position in the bushes. This position is extremely strong, especially if you are going to destroy those trees, right? It is going to be pretty good. T-54 Echo 1 took one for the team. He's not feeling great about this, and he is going backwards as well. Okay, the situation overall where this game goes, it doesn't look great. Minus 4,000 hit points, minus 3 guns, okay, minus 2 guns at this point, and the Charfooter who is extremely close and nearby. Will he make a decision to YOLO this Charfooter or get closer overall? It looks like it. Yeah, he's actually just simply patiently waiting until Charfooter will go up. It is not necessarily a bad decision because Charfooter is trying to run for his life, and he is using double bushing as well. Oh, what a beautiful situation. No. Look at this. No, he is not using double bushing. He was thinking about it, but he changed his mind. Trying to aim for a tracks, I assume, and last final shot. Can he eliminate him? He can. Beautiful. Well, he's not fully eliminated, but he's down to fartable and he connected a shot. That's the most important thing. Meanwhile, 4.5 seconds left until he's going to reload. Luckily for him, Charfooter did not penetrate at him, so he saved 400 of the hit points, and his score suddenly doubled. Now he is sitting on the 4,000 damage. And now, fellas, this is quite an interesting part. Will this was a 55 make a bit of pressure and expose himself to the Progetto? This is the question. Oh, Truxt, unfortunately, the bounce from the side, but this is to be expected, especially whenever you are not aiming properly with Progetto. And please pay attention at the DPM of this tank. The DPM of Progetto is far away from being ideal, and it is truly frustrating thing, especially whenever you are fully unloaded, right? It is just far away from being great. And now Trash Burn. I believe our hero of the day, Thomas, is saying, hey, listen, don't you want to pick Trash Burn? No one is waiting for you. I have cookies. I have a feeling this is what he is thinking, but in the same time, since now he's down to fartable, he will reevaluate his life choices significantly more. And look at this angle. He's climbing like a goat to the tallest mountain to get a bit of the salt for himself. Very interesting. By the way, the situation is not good for his team, right? E50M is down to fartable. There is 2 Artas, but Artas are kind of useless whenever enemies are getting closer. And oh boys, he needs to do a lot of things in order to win this game. Can he do it? This is the question. We will see in a moment. We will definitely see in a moment, fellas. Artas are blind shooting. This is not necessarily a bad thing by the enemy Artas for sure. And let's see. For now, patience is the most important thing. He needs to capitalize on the enemy mistakes, and here you go. He's using Arthas as a spotters for himself to a certain extent, right? And now let it begins. He's just trying to clip the living crap out of this gentleman. He has one in the magazine. Luckily, he is not spotted, and now he is trying to run for his life. Although, I have a feeling that Vaza 55 is currently on the reload. Let's see, will he realize that? Yes, he does. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And now, kaboom, killing shot. Nice. This is the situation when everything is going south. By the looks of it, two heavy tanks. They're extremely close to him, and he wants to run for his life. By the way, E50M friend, he is gone already. He is trying to go for the Arta hunting season, and Progetto is running for his life for obvious reasons. If I would be him, I would try to take this position over there. Probably this is what I would do. Let's see what Progetto thinks and what Progetto does. Aha, Progetto stopped over there. Okay, that's fine. That is a very, very, very fair decision, and look at this M103 tourist going through the middle. Unfortunately, the gun is not treating this gentleman that well, but there is nothing what you can do about this. This is literally a highlight of what Progetto is capable of, and this is the time to escape. At this point, all he's thinking about escaping, and this is the right decision. Meanwhile, autoloader looks to his side. Can autoloader connect one? Yes, he can. And he's down to 970 hit points. 1 versus 4 situation officially. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look like he is going to win this game. Plus, on top of that, fellas, let's get real. The DPM of the Progetto is not great. If all of the enemy forces are going to stay put, and if they will stay together, it is going to be a humongous trouble. Plus, on top of that, it's not enough, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Enemies can put the cap pressure, you know, because usually whenever you are playing with a heavy tank, and whenever there is a medium tank or light tank just simply running from you, right, the best case scenario is just to go into the cap, and not only for a cap purposes, but to give, to make the other player a bit stressed out, right? This is kind of the best strategy, but by the looks of it, he is lucky. And those 3 heavy tanks, they are just simply chasing him, which is absolutely amazing, and this is a dream case scenario. Plus, on top of that, since Progetto has a very, very trollish gun, that pretty much means he is just loading heat ammunition for obvious reasons to penetrate a bit easier, right? This is how it looks like. So now, what is the plan? I assume he is thinking that eliminating Arta is going to be a great decision, and definitely it is, honestly. Killing Arta is not the worst case scenario, considering that enemies are just not capping the base. Oh, I needed to talk. Right? Enemies started capping the base. So one of the enemy heavies are in the base. This is important thing to highlight, and other enemy might try to chase him down. And this is very, very risky decision, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. The main decision, or the main reason why am I saying so, is because one of those heavies can go like this. And if it is the case, he's pretty much being caught off guard. But I believe he doesn't really have too many alternative choices over there, so he's just simply going for it. Will he farm this T-54 Echo 1? 1 in the ass, beautiful. 2nd in the ass, excellent. By the way, double bushing, beautiful play. And is he dead? Yes, he is. 1 versus 3 situation. Meanwhile, plus, on top of that, he completed some kind of mission as well. Look how lucky of the timing that was. Phase 1 is going through the middle of the field, right? And actually, it happened to be that Phase 1 did not spot at him. What a lucky timing. What a lucky timing, fellas. He's waiting until he is going to have more in the mag, I assume. And it is about the time to decap the base. Come on, go for it. But you will get spotted, so this is very, very complicated. Okay, he has 3 in the magazine. Phase 1 is aiming for him. And Phase 1 has a chance to hit him. Phase 1 is hitting him. Hit on, which is fair enough, I guess. Meanwhile, the most important thing is base decaptured, so now he doesn't have as much stress as he had before. And now he's crafting a bit different angle. Will he eliminate this M103? Uh-oh. Will he get spotted in the open field? Luckily for him, it is not the case. Nice. Very, very nice. This is exciting gameplay, fellas. Phase 1 traveling through the middle of the field. He's using the trees as a double bushes. This is absolutely amazing. Now he wants to spot him once again, I assume, and he's getting spotted himself. Down to fartable. Plus on top of that, you need to remember there is Arta in the game. Can he finish him off? Unfortunately, he cannot. And Arta splashed him down to 39 hit points, fellas. What a game this is. What a game of the World of Tanks. Okay, he doesn't have that many options. He needs to find a good angle to decap M103, and he's just pushing through the open field just like so. Wow. Wow, what a brave mother trucker he is. Meanwhile, M103 double bushes in front. He's not waiting until he's going to have 3 in the magazine, and he's just going for it. Absolutely crazy performance, fellas. Absolutely crazy performance. Very, very nice. Okay, now the situation is looking tiny touch better, although the time is kicking into his butt a lot. Now, there is a chance enemy heavy won't simply make pressure, you know? He will just simply sit in the background, but as you can see, he's going for it. He's trying to eliminate the Progetto, and he is definitely playing for victory. Meanwhile, Progetto is waiting. Unfortunately, bounced shot. Is he spotted? No, he is. No, he isn't. Heads down for this Progetto, fellas. Heads down for this Progetto. This is absolutely insanity what he has done. And artists are saying no effing way. And you know what? That is a very fair argument. Now, the worst part of all this, that enemy Arta can be anywhere pretty much. This Arta is not the quickest one, but not the slowest one either. He could easily relocate wherever he wanted to. Now the question is, Arta has a keyboard or Arta doesn't have a keyboard? This is the question. As an example, Arta can be in Alpha 3 and you won't find him. There is 47 seconds left, you know? Arta without keyboard. Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Arta without keyboard. Let's see what kind of approach he's going to have for Arta, or Arta will go for him. Gribek said, I don't care, you know, you deserve to win this game. I was watching at everything from the sky and I enjoyed your show. Congratulations, you deserve this victory, which this gentleman definitely did. So looking into the score, this is how Progetto can work in the perfect case scenario and in the right hands. Although there was quite a bit of the missed shots and bounced shots as well, right? Solid ace, sniper, schnitzel, top gun, defender, high caliber, 9.7 thousand damage, 600 assisting damage. Looking into the accuracy, yep, 38 shots fired, 36 hits, 31 penetrations, which is very, very good, fellas. I would not look at this as a bad score by any shape or any form, and in the same time he lost some credits as well because he haven't bought his extra rations and repair kits and whatever else on the discount. Buy the things on the discount, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, honestly, absolutely glorious game, Thomas. That was a solid banana out of 10. Kudos to you. Okay, let's go for TVP and let's see how TVP will perform. And what do I think about this tank as well? And last but not least, TVP T 5051. I can understand that this vehicle is pleasing any auto-loader lovers out there. This tank is quite quick. Obviously, you have extremely good burst power, 4.5 seconds. You can deal casual 1.3 thousand damage by saying casual, you know. It is not the greatest sniper, but if you are in the closer range, you are going to be completely fine. And if you are sniping from the distance, you cannot just tap the mouse key and spam non-stop. You know, you need to aim a bit more and to pre-aim a bit better. all in all, this tank has no armor as usual, you know, but once again, the biggest selling point is this auto loader magazine, right? And in the same time, if you are paying attention how the things are looking like with a standard ammunition, you have a kind of low penetration with APCRs for a medium tank standards, but that's okay. 248, and if you are willing to load the hits, you have 310 millimeters of penetration. Plus, on top of that, you have 50 penetration high explosives, which many people would say it is kind of useless because there is not that many easily penetratable tanks in the higher tier. But that's what we have, and let's see how TVP will perform in the best case scenario. Let's see. And last but not least, TVP in action. This game has been played by Red Butler. GG to you. This is going to be pretty solid game with a TVP, and we will witness everything ourselves. Now, the most important thing to highlight, in my opinion, TVP is significantly better than Progetto, and I think Progetto will fall out of the top 3 position eventually, and I think TVP is going to be the one which will overtake it and which will be a super duper hyper turbo tank, right? I think many people do not know how full TVP actually is in the current game. At least that's what I want to believe. Meanwhile, Leopard is getting spotted and our guy is just aiming like there is no tomorrow. He is spanking this Leo and he is sending him back to the garage. One more thing to say, since TVP has such a great burst fire, fellas, and actually pretty decent gun handling as well, this tank is capable to run with a meta together. What do you mean, skill? Run with a meta? What that's supposed to mean? What I'm trying to highlight here is most of the World of Tanks games are extremely quick nowadays, right? And that being said, to have a tank which is fast, to have a tank which has a great burst fire, to have a tank which has a decent gun, I think it is extremely humongous benefit nowadays in the World of Tanks, honestly, fellas. I think this is very, very, very strong. And as you can see, this guy, he has 0 Fs given. He's going into the heavy flank. Meanwhile, his heavies are pushing out in the other side, or maybe they will make pressure eventually. Who knows? He is just holding the heavy line by himself in a way, right? Because there is no tanks around him until this point. And look at this. Hits loaded. Hello, IS4. How are you doing? Are you enjoying yourself? Good to see you. Minus 1000, just like so. And he doesn't mind, he's going to take one in the ass. He's a big man, he's going to survive this, and he's relocating. Now he's going to take a different position and he will approach the heavy tanks. By the way, fellas, just to let you know, I do not know what will happen in this game, right? I am just predicting and trying to read the game as the game goes along. This is the way how I'm having the most entertainment for myself, and reactions are real, you know? I do not want to fake this shit. I am just honest with you, right? Anyways, Vaza and IS4 is the first priority for this guy, and he is probably waiting until Vaza will clip someone or shoot someone. Whenever Vaza will fire, whenever he is going to be on the reload, this is the moment whenever TVP can go up front. And as you can see, he's patiently waiting until Vaza unloads, and now he is showing the burst power of brother from other mother. IS4 saved Vaza, fellas. I need to give kudos for this IS4. IS4 said, "No, Mr. President," and he saved Vaza 55. What an altruist of the play here, right? Okay, fair enough. Meanwhile, Progetto is still on the reload, right? He is trying to figure out how he wants to approach enemies, and he found the lonely wolf around the corner. And as you can see, he is going to show some love. Also, one more thing which is extremely weird to me, fellas. he has repairs on the 4, extra rations on 5, and medkit on the 6. I have never ever seen the setup like this. Some people have extra rations or medkit, okay, some people have extra rations on 4 or 6, but 5, this is the weirdest one so far, but I feel him because it depends how you are getting used for playing the game. If you got used to play the game this way, it is very, very, very hard to get rid of the habit. By the way, whenever I was rambling, have you noticed the score, fellas? The score is casual. What a low roll. Twice low roll. Oh, lucky bugger. By the way, the score is 6,000 damage. Have you noticed it? Because I didn't. And he's playing like crazy mother trucker. He's making as much pressure as he physically and possibly can, and he's showing dominance against the enemies. And pay attention, 5 minutes in the game, this game is pretty much over, you know? His team is winning by humongous amount of the hit points. Or maybe not, because we do not know how many hit points the allies have in the other side. But it looks like an easy victory, right? 6.8 thousand damage, 1.2 thousand assisting damage, being in front for all game, spanking heavy tanks like there is no tomorrow and showing just no mercy whatsoever. 7.9 thousand damage. You know what Progetto would be able to do in this kind of situation? Snipe from the back. Progetto in this kind of situation would be able to snipe from the back. This is how the things would look like. This is why TVP is significantly better tank, and this is why I want to highlight TVP for those people who likes the glass cannons, even though he was lucky in this game and he bounced a lot. For those people who love glass cannons, this is the tank you want to play. This is the tank with which you can be super powerful and just show no mercy for the enemies whatsoever. Look at this beauty, fellas. Look at this beauty. 9,000 damage, 1.2 thousand assisting damage in sub 6 minutes battle. What a game, fellas. What a bloody game. Meanwhile, looking into the stats, Red Butler did 9.1 thousand damage. He did 1.2 thousand assisting damage, right? Very solid performance, definitely. He's definitely worth his sitting in the scoreboard. And he lost 18,000 profits because he was spamming a lot of hit. But once again, that is a part of the game. What can you do? Cry about it, right? That's all you can do. Gold noob. Anyways, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you had a great time. And let me know in the comment section down below, do you like this type of content or not, right? Because if the feedback is going to be nice, if you want to see that, we can do that with pretty much most played every tank, you know? Most played mediums, heavies, tank destroyers, light tanks and whatnot, and to see the best case scenarios. And we can learn the game together, how people who knows how to play the game, and or alternatively by having a game of the lifetime, right, performs. Thank you very much for watching, fellas. I appreciate you. I hope you had as much fun as I did, because I enjoyed myself. And see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.